viewers, welcome to another game of CasualProGamer. Today we're doing another 1 versus 1 on StarCraft 2, and this is before Heart of the Swarm, so yes, this is Wings of Liberty for you wondering, because I got a question last time of when I said that it was pre-Heart of the Swarm, whether it was Wings of Liberty. Well, there are only 2 versions out, so if it's not Heart of the Swarm, then it is Wings of Liberty. Anyhow, we have TSLPolt here as the Terran in the bottom part of the map versus Stefano or Stefano, whatever, as the Zerg in the left side of the map. And they are going to go against each other, so this is from a little while ago when these two were probably the best together with Kiwi Kaki, and well, we had some others, but that was pretty much the core of the StarCraft 2 scene by then. Fortunately, more people have evolved to a level where they actually, well, can compete with these guys, because it makes it a little bit more interesting to see, especially the matchups, well, prior to the finals. Of course, the finals are always interesting, but if you know that these 2 guys, or, well, 2 of the 3 guys are always going to be in the finals, then, yeah, it's going to be fairly easy. So anyway, we have an actual drone scout coming in, even though the Overlord immediately was going in the right direction. I don't know why he's not scouting in. He doesn't have to be afraid of getting shot down yet, because there are no Marines out, so, well, there's really nothing that can touch his Overlord. He just chased the drone out of the base, because as you can see, he's building barracks on the edge of his, of his base on the other side, and he doesn't want that to be scouted. Obviously, the drone tried to pick off this guy, but it was left at 15 HP. So he kind of traded places with it with another SCV. And these barracks are going to be a surprise, because normally, well, you can see that 1 barracks is normal, because you need 1 barracks to produce some Marines, but most importantly, to get your next tech up. Because there's nothing you can build without building barracks. Well, you can build supply depots, but that's about it. So if you're going to win with planetary fortresses, yeah, that's all you need. Anyway, he's building a bunker here on the edge of the enemy base, and look at the amount of drones coming off to counter this. Yeah, he wants to prevent this Marine from going anywhere near it, but there are 2 Marines out already. The 3 Marines now. The Marines are going to do very well against the drones, obviously, but the bunker does go down. The SCV, however, is still alive, although just barely. And yeah, the Zerglings are out now. So 6 Zerglings against 3 Marines. Oh, 8 Zerglings against 3 Marines. But look at his positioning. He's positioning them all the way in the corner. So even though this bunker is not completed, it provides a lot of protection for his dudes, and he's going to stand in this corner and, well, kind of make sure that at most like 4 Zerglings can attack him, but not the same guy. So 2 Zerglings can at max attack 1 Marine, and that is going to be a big advantage for him. And look at that, grouping that up while getting vision from the high ground and really doing a lot of damage here. He did send in another SCV. No, not yet. He kind of decided to, well, give this bunker up. And yeah, so his push resulted in quite a bit of production for the Zerg player, who of course doesn't want to produce any Zerglings in the beginning, but instead he had to produce quite a lot of Zerglings just to make sure that he could hold it off. But yeah, well, the expansion did come out. There's no expansion up yet for the Terran player. He is, however, building more barracks, and I guess going to pressure this into a win, because he knows that, well, the Zerg player over-invested in economy here for the strategy that he's planning. And yeah, he is ahead in, well, all kinds of buildings, all kinds of producing buildings. And yeah, of course, he's going to lose everything here, but the Marines will be up shortly. See, there's the next one. And yeah, obviously he's going to just repair this. There's no way they're going to break this, for now at least. You need at least banelings to do that. But yeah, as you can see, the Zerg, yeah, he only has some Zerglings out. Really nothing else out yet. No other buildings, no nothing really. Just economy and a few Zerglings. Wow, the Zerglings actually got through. Wow, he took down the supply depot. That's bad. That should have never happened, obviously. But yeah, well, the Zerglings do get taken out, no problem. But he does scout that there are 4 of these barracks now, and 2 of them are getting attachment. 3 of them are getting attachments now, and the last one might actually get one as well. But yeah, 1 tech lab. That's for researching Stimpack and such, and the other 2 are just reactors to just produce more. Obviously, this guy can also produce Marauders once it's done. So once it the tech lab is up, he should be able to get that. And yeah, we are going in with a group of Marines here. The Marines are going to take out these Zerglings. There are still not a whole lot of Zerglings out. 6 Zerglings, 1 Spinecrawler, and of course the Queen can heal that. The Baneling Nest is coming up though, and once the Baneling Nest completes and he gets a few Banelings, he might actually have a good chance against this this Marine army, because it seems that we're going all Marine here. So bunkers are going up. Well, 1 bunker, 1 supply depot. Just making sure with the last supply depot here that he's going to wall off this portion so that the Zerglings have to run all the way here. And that is of course better, because then your Marines have all the time in the world to shoot at them. And that's exactly what you would want out of that. So Zerglings are going to scout around the map. They're going to come in here and they're going to meet up here with the Marines. No, the Marines actually fall back. So they are going to get surprised by what's coming in. But fortunately for him, he does have a bunker up. So any new Marines can just hide in the bunker until the rest of the army shows up. And we're going to engage the main army here. Wow, the entire Marine army getting surrounded. He loses all of those Marines for no gain at all. And yeah, this is a much better positioning, because, well, he didn't get surrounded here. Focusing the Banelings, by the way, to make sure that they don't explode on his Marines. It's still not a good engage, apparently. He didn't have enough Marines going, and, well, this second group is now all Banelings, and we will have to see how that works out. Oh, so many Banelings! They're going to just try to suicide into these buildings. Well, they're going to try to suicide into these SCVs, but they're not going to manage to do that at any point. But as you can see, yeah, they have to kill the Marines, and here you go, the bunker goes down, and now he has this opening on 2 sides of this this command center, and obviously going to try to take out as many of the SCVs as he can, and oh, so many of them die. Oh, this is so bad. Yeah, this is what you get for going all Marine. I kind of assumed he would be better with his micro, but I don't know when this was played. It's definitely after the beta. But yeah, this was really bad micro on him with his Marine groups on this little well, corridor. He got way too many of them sniped, and he got nothing in return. And then of course when the Banelings came in, there was nothing he could do. So many Banelings, yeah, there's nothing you can do against that. Let's see if this is, yeah, 23 workers killed. That is a whole lot. And let's see if the resources lost display a similar thing. No, actually, they're quite equal. Well, they're not equal obviously, but since the income is much higher on the Zerg for the most part, because, well, he had that second base up much earlier. Yeah, he kind of could lose a few more resources to get that done. But yeah, we're still equal, which is kind of amazing, because it means that, well, we're going to be able to, well, do this again. We're going to be able to retry this as a Terran player, and hopefully this time not get our whole army surrounded. This time the micro is much better. He left the Marauders in the front, because, well, you don't want to suicide banelings into marauders, because, well, banelings do hardly any damage to marauders. And of course, they do a lot of damage versus marines, and there you can see it. 2 banelings take out the entire group, and the rest goes down. Well, a few of them get picked up, I guess. But this guy almost dead, so yeah, they're going to have to run back. And look at this, 4 overlords placed, 5 overlords placed at strategic positions, making sure that no drop can come in without being detected. And of course, if you have a good eye on the minimap, then that should indeed be the case. Obviously, the Terran player doesn't know that yet, but, well, as soon as he finds out, he might actually produce 1 Viking to just make sure that those overlords get cleaned out. But for now, he's not even planning to do a drop, because these Zerglings are much faster than his marines, because, well, they're speed up upgraded Zerglings, and the banelings are also much faster than his marines. So yeah, dropping doesn't really do anything for now. But wow, as you can see, spreading out his army, but not actually managing to do a whole lot against these many Zerglings and banelings. And oh yeah, the Zerglings running everywhere, and it is going to be virtually impossible to defeat this now, because he is so far behind in army. Oh, he does, however, have the siege tank with siege stack, and that is going to be good enough to hold off his base. But yeah, these guys really have to retreat. They have to go home. They have to group up with the rest of the army. And now it is the Zerg's turn to be aggressive, and the Zerg actually decides to just take a new base and say, screw you, I'm not going to go aggressive on you. I'm not going to lose my my whole fucking army to you. No, the Zerg player just saying, well, I'm fine just mining more than you do and just producing troops. Currently we are at exactly the same amount, by the way, which is kind of funny. And yeah, we are going to produce, well, not a whole lot except for upgrades. The Zerg player kind of, oh, there you go. He supply blocked himself, but he did have the overlords already in production. And look at this, the siege tank actually reaching all the way in here. And yes, he loses a couple of the marines, but against that many banelings, holy crap, that was a lot of slaughter there. Oh my god. Yeah, I really want to rewind that, but because I didn't actually get a good look. I know it was in vision, but I didn't actually see it. But that was a large group of marines just losing everything. And once again, oh, the siege tank's getting under fire, but the marines are good enough to hold it. The marines are of course there to do exactly this, to just pick off the Zerglings and banelings that come in to destroy the tanks. In the meantime, the tanks are here to destroy everything up top here. And yeah, these marines are just there for, so these top marines are just there for fire support. And wow, this is an excellent attack. Really resulting in a lot of damage and, well, a lot of units killed. But look at this, he picked off one of the hatcheries. Not actually, well, an important hatchery, but still it reduces the production of the Zerg player. And since the Zerg player is producing all kinds of small units, it is very hard to produce those without, well, without those extra hatcheries. And as you can see, both of the siege tanks go down, but he loses all of his army. The last siege tank goes down as well, but there are still many marines left and only a few Zerglings. So are these banelings going to be the saving grace for our Zerg player, or is it just going to be the marines who are victorious? In the meantime, as you can see, picking off the entire base, this little contingent is getting killed, but there are still plenty of marines left, and they are just going to be, yeah, they're going to be slaughtered by this. Well, a little bit of pickup. Well, one of them gets picked up, very low health, and I guess we're just going to hold them off for a moment. Of course, we're still producing marines. We're producing 6 marines at a time, and those 6 marines are coming in every time. So you can see the groups of 6 marines, 6 marines, 6 marines, and they're just grouping up currently, just making sure that they can hold off this this push that is probably coming in from this army that is going to try to take out these siege tanks. But for now, the Marines are doing a great job of just protecting the siege tanks. Look, you spread the siege tanks to make sure that they can't get splashed by the same banelings, and that's why the Zerg player didn't want to get the banelings on the siege tanks. He wants to kill them with the Zerglings, but the Zerglings are really weak against, well, the shots. Well, they get shot by the shots really easily. Splashes on everyone around them. And that is just very sucky. So anyway, the hatcheries and such are still up. New base coming up for the Zerg player in the top part, so in the 12 o'clock position. However, the base on the right here, oh man, I can't show you. Well, yeah, now I can. The base here is being taken, which is a little bit forward. It no longer has, well, in the previous game I did, this was still covered with the rich minerals, so the gold minerals, but that is no longer the case. As you can see, the Zerglings are getting in here, and this is why you normally don't build these forward bases. Of course, there is a Zergling over here as well, so he would have noticed if there was a base going up over there. And yeah, Zerglings are really cheap, so you can actually do a thing like this, but look at the amount of workers killed now. 38 workers killed, and this is really hampering the amount of income that the Terran player can get. Of course, he does have plenty of these orbital commands, which makes sure that he can actually do this. Well, he actually transported his orbital command over here, so he only has 2 orbital commands. Once again, the attack coming in, and look at that, getting all of the SCVs. There are, however, still some mules out, and mules are going to do great. Mules were kind of the reason this, wow, so many dead guys. Mules were kind of the reason why these rich minerals were no longer used, because, well, they were just so strong at picking up those rich minerals and just giving the Terran an unfair advantage, and that's why they kind of, well, it was one of the reasons. That's why they decided not to build to go with rich minerals anymore. And as you can see, the Terran player just wants to pressure in. He is going to go up to the base now, and as you can see, splitting off the 2 groups, which means that these guys, these banelings, are not going to be super effective. They are going to take out one of the groups, but the other group is still fully alive, and the new group is already forming because, well, he is still producing now 9 at a time. And yeah, every 25 seconds there are 9 Marines coming in, and of course every, I don't know, 45 seconds 2 tanks are coming out, and that is just very hard to deal with as a Zerg player. And I'm assuming he's going to take out this base, because this is the only lair on the map. And if he takes that down, all lair and hive technology will be shut down for now, until, well, we actually get a new upgraded lair, and that for now is not the case yet. I was just scouting around the bases to see whether he had a second lair up, because, well, this is really risky to only have one when it's under this heavy attack. But look at this, just getting all of these troops, well, both armies are getting decimated every time, but it is the Terran who builds up a slight advantage every single time. Once again, we are coming in with an attack on this base, and once again it will get wiped out completely. But, well, the base getting wiped out is not the worst thing in the world. It is, it's just a little minerals, and, well, you shouldn't have too much of a trouble. And of course we have legs, because that's what always happens. Okay, hopefully the legs have cleared up for now. The Marines are still pushing in. They're still trying to get an advantage out of this attack. And if the lair goes down, that is definitely a big advantage. But there is no longer a queen here, so the production is kind of halted anyway. There is a queen over here, but that one dies. And holy crap, stop lagging. Okay, once again we attempt to remove the lag here. The little bit of what was left here now got destroyed by these Zerglings, but the Zerglings did not finish off the base because, well, they can't. So anyhow, we're going to just continue on with these little Zerg attacks. A new base is coming up. And in the meantime, the Terran player is just removing base after base after base. And he doesn't actually kill the hatcheries for now. But he is... oh, this hatchery is down. Okay, never mind. But the lair is still up. It is too much of a price to actually take that down. He is going to take out the baneling nest and the spawning pool though. So no more production for you, dude. And that is going to be very hard to deal with because, well, the spawning pool has to respawn before he can do anything here. And yeah, that's going to be a problem. Because at this moment, there is no production for the Zerg. One baneling in production. And that's it. So the Terran player pretty much has, well, full reign over the map. And look at this, exactly right timing. And yeah, he knew that if he couldn't stop this base from mining once again, then without his production, there was nothing that was going to stop him. And yeah, well, oh my god, this was a big match. I really liked it though. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.